Yes, I hear you.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
I want to welcome you to today's lesson. Today's lesson is all about
Okay.
family trees. Family trees. Talking about family, and we're talking about family trees today. So, do you see this picture right here?
Mm,
This is,
yes.
yeah,
Yes,
this
I
is
see.
what we call a family tree. So, everybody has a family tree. A family tree tells me about
Mm-hmm.
your family. So, for example, I put my family tree over here. So, right is my father, and I know I'm terrible writing. Carmen, welcome back. Sorry. Um, so, welcome
Yeah.
back. Today, I was just introducing the lesson.
Okay.
Today, we're going to be talking about family trees. Okay. So, a family tree. This is a family tree. You guys are looking at it right here. It's a picture of. It sort of looks like a tree. At the, you have the top. You have your mom and your dad, and then under them you have all of their children, and then under that you have their children. So I'm just drawing a picture, and you guys can too. If you take out a piece of paper, okay, get a piece of paper out, and at the top I want you to draw just a little picture of your mom and dad. So I'm putting a picture up of my mom and dad. And so it might look like this. And my dad's name is Bob. Sorry, I'm not a very good drawer here. His name is Bob. And my mom's name is Shirley. Can you guys write mom and dad on a piece of paper? And we'll see if we can share these in a minute. Okay, so here's Shirley. All right, now my parents actually have they have 4 boys. Uh-oh. Is somebody playing the radio in the background? Carmen, are you playing in the background music? Can you? Yeah, I can hear somebody talking in the background.
Yeah.
So this is my family tree. So I'm going to add, my mom and dad had
Okay, this
4
boy,
boys.
one,
So I'm just going to
two,
write their names up
three.
here. Luke is the oldest. We'll put Luke right here. Kind of hard to draw. You know what I might do? It might be even easier. I'm just going to grab. Oh, this is going to be a lot easier. Can you guys see me okay? So up at the top, I have my mom and dad. So I have Bob, and I have Shirley. So
Yes, I see.
that's my parents, Bob and Shay, okay? And then down here they have 4 sons. So you're gonna have, you've got Luke,
Okay.
he's the oldest. You got Matt. And then you got me, Josh. And then you got John. Okay? So, can you guys still see me okay? So then, and then you just keep building it out. Okay? Of course, you also can add, for example, I've got my wife and I. Okay? So it would be Josh and Nan. That's my wife.
Okay.
And then we've got 3
Yes.
kids. Jack. We've got Keziah. And we have Selah. I'll have to put her down here. And you just keep going. So, Sado, do you have your picture? Did you draw a picture, Sado? You can see my picture. That's my family tree. Okay. Sado, can you show us your picture? Can you put paper in front of the camera? Are you
Yeah, I
finished
see the
drawing
picture.
yours?
Okay.
How about you, Carmen?
Oh, church. Yeah. Yes, I see. Yeah.
Okay, Carmen, hold yours up just a little bit.
Oh, you want to take it down? Oh, no, you want
And
to.
can you tell us who's on your paper?
Yes. Church.
Nice. Carmen, tell us who's on your paper. Who's your mom and dad? Okay. What are their
It's good.
names? Okay.
Yeah.
Carmen. Okay. And Louis. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay.
Good.
Sado, do you have yours? Did you write on a piece of paper?
Is the Alicia? Sabas?
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay.
This Carmen?
All right, so let's look at the screen.
And Luis?
Can you guys
And,
see the screen
Luis?
okay?
And Saul? And Daniel?
Okay, great. So let's take a look at the family tree and let's talk about each person and what they eat, okay? So family
No,
members.
I'm not here.
Do you
There is
guys,
the paper. Today
Carmen,
I
who do you have here?
have a headache since I went back
Good,
when
you
you
have,
ran the
and
lesson.
who's he married to? Good, it's Sam and Mary. And you look at Sam and Mary.
Okay.
Sam
Yeah,
is what is he? He's the grandfather. Grandfather, and then who would this be? Very good. It would be the grandma or mother. Let me I'm going to try to get all of this on here.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So let me write that up here for you guys. On your piece of paper, you can write down too to help you remember the different names for family members. So Sam is the grandfather, and Mary is good. She's the grandmother. In your country, Carmen, what do they call the grandmother? Do you have a name? Okay. How about you, Sado? What do they say, grandmother? Okay. Good. Mary's the grandmother. Now, Sam and Mary, they have 2 children. Do you guys see
Okay.
the first child? What's her name? Kathy. Yep. So they have a daughter named Kathy, and they have a son named Martin. Good. Who is Martin married to? Good.
Is
Martin is
Alicia?
married to Martha.
Mhm.
Okay. And who's Kathy married to?
Grandmother. Mary.
Ted. Yep, married to Ted. All right, so now Kathy
Okay.
is a mother. Okay, you
Yeah.
can see her 2 children. She's mother.
And
Kathy.
Cindy?
Ted would be the
Kathy.
Kathy.
good. Would be the father to these children.
Mhm.
Martin?
Martin.
Who are Ted and Kathy's children? Do you see them?
My
Is
mother?
married Kathy.
John and
Oh, is married Martha.
looks like
Martha, yeah.
Tony. Yeah. So let's see.
Mary, her husband is
It
Tony, I
looks
think so.
like, all right, so you've got
Tanya. That's it.
brother. Oh, it looks like here
Ted, his
brother
son.
and Nancy would be
Oh,
the sister. Yeah.
oh, oh,
Brother and sister. So Nancy and
Brothers.
John belong to Ted, Kathy.
okay.
All right. Tony is the husband of Yoko. Yeah.
And John?
Yoko
Yes.
is Tony's
Brad,
Tony.
wife.
Tony. How about
Good.
Nancy?
So this is aunt and uncle. Good. So let's get filled in here, and then we can talk about it a little bit more. Uncle, husband and wife. Now it
Sister,
says
I
this
think.
comes up to uncle. So aunt and uncle. So that would make Annie. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Annie would be, what do you call, if these guys are her aunt and uncle, she would be
Why? Yep.
a niece.
Yes, Lord.
Yep, niece.
Why?
Let's see. So if Robert is a nephew, what would Nadia be? A nephew, she'd be a niece. I believe so. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this. Sam is a father. Mary is a grandmother. It looks like you've got father and mother of these 2 children who are a
Uncle?
brother and a sister, Nancy and John. It also like you have a niece and a nephew down here, Nadia and Robert. So a niece and a nephew, they are the children of your brother or your sister. Does that make sense? You also have a husband and a wife, married. You have an aunt, uncle.
Grandmother.
These are the brother and sister of half head. I would have to be, I believe. All right. So this is what we call a family tree. And words that we use for family, let's read these together. Carmen, will you top two people? Who? Good, good. Now let's look at the next group. Sado, who are these people? Good. Nice. Okay. Yes, Ted's the father and Kathy is the mother. They're married, to be married. And who are children? Who are their children?
Kathy.
Yep, brother and sister. All right, now it looks like Tony is married. So Tony is a, Sado, what is Tony? He is a what? He's a husband. Who's? Good. Good job. Now, you also have Martha and Martin. They would be
grandfather
and
their grandma,
aunt and an
Sam
uncle.
and Mary.
Who is their niece? Who's their niece? Good. So, and I think
father and Katie.
Anne would be the niece of, because she, I think their daughter because of the line,
Katie's mother.
but she's niece of
And father and
Ted,
mother.
Kathy.
Father and mother. The name father Ted and Katie.
Yeah, I think Anne, the daughter of Martha and Martin because of the line. Okay. She would be the niece of Kathy because Kathy is the sister.
John,
you see the
and
line?
Tony, and brother
The
and
sister
sister.
of, she's the sister of Martin. So Martin's daughter, Annie, would be Kathy's niece. See that? Okay, cool. Now,
Tony,
you have Leah and Robert. Whose children are Leah and Robert?
Wife. Yoko, his wife.
Yeah, they're a niece and nephew. Who?
Auntie and uncle.
Well, they're the children, John and Nancy. I think John and Nancy are married. Okay, because John is the son of Ted, brother of Tony. I think Nancy is married to John. Okay, because it has them together here. Yeah, I think so. So, do you agree with me?
So Annie is
I'm a little confused
Martha and Martin.
though, because it says John is the brother and his sister is Nancy. So they'd be married.
No.
You guys, it's got to be John and Nancy are brother and sister, I think. Maybe this line, yeah. They're brother and sister, I think. That says brother and sister. Maybe Nate is divorced. Maybe Nate.
Okay.
A niece and nephew.
Maybe.
The John and
That's
Nancy.
confusing. So maybe, because I think this right here, Tony and John are brothers, I think. Tony and John are brothers. And parents are Ted and Kathy. And I think Nancy,
Honey. Okay.
I think she's the sister of John and Tony.
And John.
I think. I'm not 100% sure.
So it's
Maybe.
niece and nephew
Nancy,
and Tony.
May's a single mom. Maybe her husband died. Maybe she got divorced. And she has 2 children. What do you guys think? Anyway, if that's true, Nadia and let's just say Nadia and Robert are the children of Nancy. Okay? So she's their mother. So that would make Robert and Nadia the niece and nephew of John and Tony. John and Tony. Okay?
Then John. Excuse me. Then John and Nancy is the
that's the case.
husband.
We get to decide. All right. Is everybody okay? All
and the
right.
line is brother.
Let's go down a little bit.
Is the line is together, and Nancy is Mary and John.
It says to write.
Maybe.
Look at Tony. Okay, so we're looking at Tony. Complete his family tree. Then listen and repeat. Okay. So you guys see Tony? Who would be the cousin of Tony? So a cousin would be somebody that his brother or sister I'm sorry. A cousin would be children of an aunt or uncle. So we got to go back up here a minute. Here's the grandparents. Okay. The grandparents have 2 children, Kathy and Martin. Tony is the son of Kathy. So his cousins would be children. If they're married, maybe they're married, okay? His cousin would be, it would be Annie, wouldn't it? Here's Tony's mother and father, Kathy and Ted. Kathy has a brother named Martin. Martin would be Tony's, okay? So if Martin is married to Martha and they have a child named Annie, Annie would be Tony's cousin. Okay? What about, who is Tony's grandmother?
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah. Who is Tony's grandmother?
Is that Annie?
Who's the grandmother of Tony? Good, Mary. Okay, look, here's the mother. Follow the line. Here's the mother, and here's the grandmother. Okay? All right.
And Anne and Tony is
Who's the father of Tony? Yes, good. Ted. Who's the sister-in-law of Tony? Yeah, it would have to be Nancy because his brother I guess he's married to Nancy. I guess this is not a sister. This is a wife of John, I think. Yeah. I don't know, man, because then they have kids.
Yeah.
You don't marry your sister. Okay. All right. Who's the wife of Tony? Yoko. Good. Who is the uncle of Tony? Good. Martin would be the uncle. Good job. And who would be the niece of Tony? Yes.
Is the
His
grandson?
brother's child would be his niece. Good job. Who would be the nephew?
Grandchild.
Good, Robert. Robert.
The mother?
Who's the father of Tony?
Maria.
Ted. Good. Now, let's listen and repeat, okay? So after you hear them say something, you say it with them. Here we go.
Ted?
Grandfather and grandmother. Father and mother.
It's Nancy.
Aunt and uncle. Brother and sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Husband and wife. Cousin. Niece and nephew. Okay, good. Now let's take a look at the next activity.
Wife Tony Yoko.
It says, talk with a partner. Take turns.
The uncle.
Martin.
Ask and answer questions about Tony's family. So, Carmen, can you ask, let's talk about Tony's
Nadia?
family. Can you ask Sado a question about Tony?
Nadia. Nephew.
Robert.
Who is married to Tony?
Robert.
Good. Put it in a nice sentence. Say, for example, Yoko is married to Tony. Okay. Now, Sado, ask another question about Tony to Carmen.
Page 39. Exercise 4A. Track 32.
1. Grandfather and grandmother. 2.
Father and mother.
Good job. Kathy is the wife of Ted.
3.
Nice.
Aunt and
Ask
uncle.
another question, Carmen.
4.
Brother and sister-in-law.
Okay.
5. Husband and wife.
Good job. Good job. Ask
6.
another question.
Cousin.
Sado.
7. Niece and nephew.
8. Good. Good job, you guys. Great. Ask one more question, Carmen. Okay. Good. Uh-huh. Okay, good job. All right, I like that. You guys understand very well. So let's take a look at some useful language in this
Who
box
is
for a
nice
second.
than Tony?
So in America, it is very
Yes.
common to
Yoko.
say, instead of father, we say dad. Can you say dad? Dad.
Yoko is married to
Or
Tony.
we say daddy. Daddy. So father
Okay.
equals dad or
Who's married?
daddy.
Ted.
Mother, mom.
Okay.
Mom.
Katy is
Grandpa
wife and pet.
equals grandfather. Grandpa equals grandfather. Grandma equals
Who is
grandmother.
the uncle Anthony?
Grandma, grandmother.
Tony's uncle is
Tony's wife
uncle is Martin.
equals
Martin.
wife of Tony. Okay, is everybody okay?
Okay.
Okay, good.
And who's okay?
All right, well, that is the end of today's lesson.
Whose brother?
So I am going
And brother
to
Tony
upload
is
our
the
lesson,
John?
the video,
Yes.
No, and
and once it
John is a
uploads,
brother
I will
Tony.
post the lesson for you guys. Let's go into our classroom just for a minute. I want to show you what
Who is the grandfather
you'll
than Tony?
see in the lesson today. So you'll go to weekend,
His grandfather
and
is
once
Sam.
the video posts,
Sam, his grandfather.
the first thing you should do is come in and take your attendance, okay? So click. Good job. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I need to go in and grade it. So I will do that once we get off a little bit later.
Yes.
I need to grade it
Dad.
and return it to you. Okay?
Mm.
No worries.
Daddy.
So for today's lesson, make sure take your
Yes.
attendance, and then you're going to take the quiz.
Yes.
So you're going to click on the quiz,
No.
and you're going to open it up. All right, you're going to see it's all about family trees. So you're going to look at the family tree to answer all the questions. So let's take a look at one of these together for a second. Sato, can you read this?
Tony is what? Equal.
Wow.
Okay, so you got to come up and find Joseph.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're going to click here, and then you just keep going, okay? So read. Yeah, who's Kelly's brother? Okay, good. So follow the line. There's Kelly. And her brother is Bob. All right, so I'll let you guys do that. Once I post it, you can take that quiz, okay? Make sure you hit submit at the bottom so that you get your score, okay? Or I get your score. All right. And then the other thing I'm going to post is some extra work that you guys can do. I put some worksheets in here with some practice activities. This is not graded, but you can come in here and do some extra work for the story, okay? And you can check your answers in the answer key. The answer key is attached right here to check your answers. Also, please don't forget to spend time in Mind Play.
Okay.
Very important to help you with your reading and your grammar. And then also come in and do your spelling activities in Spelling City. Finally, if you have time, I want you guys to read a story from the link here. So if you click on this,
Okay.
it brings up a practice story that you can choose. So just find one that looks interesting. These are going to be easiest.
Okay.
If you come to the next level, it's going to get a little bit harder. So you can just choose one right here, and you click on it.
Josepha?
It's going to give you some questions to think about with a picture, and it's going to give you some words and definitions or meanings
Wendy.
that you can read before you read the story.
Is brother.
Then you want to click on that right there, and you want to read the story, okay?
Where's Kelly?
Bob.
Now listen, these right here, if you read and you set a timer for 1 minute, and then when the minute is over, see how far you got, see what number you got to. That'll tell you how many words you're reading in 1 minute. Okay? If you keep track, the idea is to get faster and faster and faster. Then click on this, and it's going to read the story out loud for you. Now listen.
Okay.
As you guys listen, I want you to read out loud with the recording. That's going to help your reading, okay? It's going to have you do that 3 times. When you get to the end, there's even some questions that you can try to answer. Okay? If you want to see the answers, you can come back in and you can check the answer key at this link right here. You can find the answers. This is to help you with your reading. Do you have any questions? All right. I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful day, Carmen. Okay. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow.